This is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Nnamdi. All right, this morning, like I said before, I'm just bringing this back to refresh our memories. That was Simon Ekpa. It was hilarious. It was so good. What he did was just the same thing that I'm talking about, making us to think. When you say you want to create Biafra, nothing will be better. I don't know why somebody cannot even really sit down and think about what this thing that's happening. Creating government based on tribal lines, honestly. Then you can come together and have a unified force, a police, the army to guide each and every one of you. But, stay in your own level, manage your resources. Whatever comes to you, you use it to develop yourself. What is said about Europe is something that I personally have observed. I have traveled the world quite a lot. There's some villages you go in the nice because the people can't even. But something, one important thing in those places that even though they might look poor based on where we come from, the zoo, where we think, the white, no, if you go there, they are. But something, in those tiny little places, there are amenities that will keep you. You might not be luxurious, might not be that great of having 200 cars, because that's our people. You go to Haramoto Park and you beg. Then you are a big man, you are a rich person. Those people might not have all those luxuries of parking, but something? Take a hotel over there. Just go into pay for a hotel room in a remote place. And lo and behold, there's running water, hot and cold water there. There's electricity. Everything, that little thing that you want, that will keep you normal, that you don't have to over exaggerate. It's all there because they are based on their tribal lines. They have little. They don't have too much. But you not be so afraid to even embezzle the people's money because they can count, when you go over in a bank. The moment you can see one naira or $1 from every account in this world. But when you steal $1 out of somebody who has only $10, he knows that it's $9. But if you go to the people that have millions, you just pinch $1, nobody will talk. That's exactly what is happening there. They don't have too much money. The little they have, whoever is managing it has to be very, very disciplined. Otherwise, you get in trouble. So we are talking about ruling on tribal lines. Don't let someone come and say, Iyke is not part of Biafra. That you're talking nonsense. You are an idiot, complete fool. You're not thinking. We are not. You think we're going to allow every idiot to come into Biafra? No. Take your tribe. When you get together with your people, it's just referendum. You come in there, you run your own show. Resource control. I've been hearing that since I was a teenager up till today. No resource bullshit. The place is getting worse and worse and worse. You think you're going to be able to get control of your resources without coming together? Forget it. It's not going to happen. Resource control is everywhere. It's not just in the southeast. In the north, they require resource control. And the problem is that why the Fulanis are clamoring to make sure that this system doesn't work is that they have no tribe. Fulanis are not Nigerians. So we're not even going to count them. If you go and count the Hausa man to rule on tribal lines, that's correct. But Fulanis, where are they from? They're from Mali. They have to go back to where they come from. We don't have no room for them in that place called the zoo. There's no room for them. So these are just reminders. These are things that you need to listen to. And I picked up a clip also, and I think somebody is talking here. Let me see if this is the clip that I actually wanted to play this morning. I heard somebody who's from Ijaw, says he's an elder in Ijaw land. He's talking about the same thing that we have been talking about, but they don't want to try something new. Everybody wants to be Nnamdi Kanu has said just about everything. Let's not stop fooling ourselves. Somebody even told me when I said Nnamdi Kanu said, he said, somebody have been saying this since. I said, yeah. He said, a couple of years ago. Then I went back and said, listen to this. Took him back to 2014. He said, this is when. He said, oh, now wow. So the man they talk like this. Yeah, sit down. You guys are not ready for the truth. But you know something? It does not matter anymore. Our leader has told us, even in his the one I just heard, if they don't call you a terrorist, it means you're not doing anything. honestly. If you're not branded. He had told us earlier that a freedom fighter belongs to 3 places. Either he's in prison, he's killed, or he's in exile. That's all. You can't live with the people that you are fighting against and tell me that you are going to, that they are ignoring you and you are fighting. How do you? The type of, what's the like of the other man? What's his name again? I can't even remember his name. You sit down there, you are dining with them, you're going to food with them like our brother was Iyke. He goes to dine with them in the north, comes back and tells me he is fighting freedom. It's like a bunch of idiots.
The Iyke nation is demanding true federalism and self-determination for it to remain a part of Nigeria. The conditions were listed by the president of the Iyke National Congress.
You want true federalism to remain part of Nigeria. Let me start this again because I didn't really catch what she said.
The Iyke nation is demanding true federalism and self-determination for it to remain a part of Nigeria. The conditions were listed by the president of the Iyke National Congress, who says the Iyke nation is ready to peacefully negotiate its exit from the country.
See?
Nation conscious of our desire to live in a country where our rights to live peacefully and apply our God-endowed talents to our resources to our collective improvement and well-being no longer feels safe to be part of a country where inequality, iniquity, nepotism, and impunity have become the defining principles of governance. Rather than continue to sacrifice and carry the burdens of an unappreciative Nigerian nation, we reach a state without equivocation our resolve for self-determination. We are prepared to legally and peacefully negotiate our exit like other aggrieved ethnic nationalities, but also as a distinct Iyke republic with ethno-linguistic, cultural affinity and geographical contiguity, and not in part or full of any other secessionist agenda.
Did you hear that? 2 sides of their mouth, the same thing. However, I encourage what he's saying. He was okay, go ahead. Go ahead and see whether you're going to be able to get what you want. Collectively, forget about it. Your nation is a nation, yes. Biafra is going to recognize all that. What we are saying, and we are still saying it, is that you should think. We are not begging anybody to come in. It's a referendum. You want to join the union? Biafra is there. You can be independent of you. It's the same thing is happening here in the United States where I live. And when you say United States of America, those who don't live here think that it is just one country per se. Yes, it is. But there are you can't come to New York. The federal will take responsibility, especially the army, the police, civil rights, and all that. Yes. But the states have their own power too. They decide on what they do in their state. It's different. If you're driving here, you don't even know when you get to New Jersey, but you know something, you're getting into another state. And that state have their own rules and their own laws. You don't just, this is what we're talking about. Do you think, like I said before, when Biafra is created, it's up to you to say, you know something, I don't want to be here. I want out. We want to become a Iyke nation. Go and become your Iyke nation. And see if the crocodile will not swallow the lizard. You people are just funny and I wouldn't say stupid. Let me not use that word. You know, funny, but you're not thinking. Either you are afraid or you want to be very politically correct, which doesn't help anybody. Politically correct in other great nations of the world, yes, makes sense. But you know, in this place that we are, it does not work. It simply does not work. All I read in the papers every day is they are now threatening. They're using the word northerners. Maybe Fulanis are threatening. But you know, for once, I've heard them say Hausa and Fulani. I never heard that before. We used to hear Hausa Fulani as if they are the same people. But now even the Fulanis are now beginning to say Fulani and Hausa, which means Fulani, you're just strangers. You don't belong to that thing called Nigeria. We don't know where you came from. So you're going to go back to exactly where you come from. They sit down there, they're making, all they are saying is, we will make sure that we take all the Igbo man's property. These were so jealous. Yeah, they say they have to pay. We have to pay compensation for all the northern property we destroyed. Which one is it? The kettle, and the mat, because that's what you're good for. Unless you're talking about the nama. Well, nama, but you are violating the law. The nama is destroying people's crops, and you're not saying anything. So anybody has the right to destroy it. So when you go out there and say you're going to take, that's all they're basing on. Is blackmail. Hey, how can I leave this mansion that I have built in Sokoto? How can I leave that? Well, you can stay there. It does not matter to us. Honestly, those mansions and those whatever you built there does not really matter to us at all. Life first. So if you want to die there with your property that you have because you don't want to lose it, so be it. So be it. You know, I heard these advocates, they're talking about the Northerners are beginning to threaten that. Let's listen to this one. Was very interesting. I listened to it yesterday.
Friends and colleagues, as we are aware of what has been happening these days, we have taken steps. You must have been aware that we wrote to traditional rulers and other elders of the North, and we just wrote another representation to the National Assembly. We have served the office of the Senate President and other senators. We have an endorsed copy of this proof of service on the Senate President, and we now have a brief on what is contained in the letter we sent to the National Assembly, essentially. So we read: call for suspension of constitutional review and for referendum on self-determination to the violent agitations for Biafra. The coalition of northern groups has taken stock of events unfolding in Nigeria since 2016, noting especially with utter perplexity and concern the unrelenting disturbances created by certain interest groups in the southeast in the form of the violent agitation for a separate state of Biafra, which in the form of the agitation for a separate state of Biafra, which turned violent. The embers of this agitation were ignited and incessantly fanned into a raging fire by the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and other authors of mindless violence and separatism, who see it as their duty to actualize what their fathers started in 1966, namely to bring about the realization of a separate state of Biafra through the force of arms and terrorist tactics. As the representatives of various interest groups from northern Nigeria, the CNG has watched and studied these events carefully and with considerable restraint and maturity, to the point of condoning and accommodating several unreasonable and unacceptable actions that have been perpetrated against Nigerians collectively and Northerners in particular. Of late, however, matters have reached a point whereby silence has become complicity and inaction is no longer an option. Unprovoked evictions, attacks and killings of Northerners in various parts of the South have resulted from the hate campaigns and propaganda being conducted by regional and ethnic agitators aimed mainly at instigating reprisals by Northerners against people from other parts of the country. Aware that the perpetrators of violence relentlessly pursuing this agenda of destruction and collective mayhem fervently hope it will engulf the entire country and bring about another civil war and mass killings and suffering of innocent people, the CNG took another bold step last week to address a petition to every significant component of the Northern society. Similar representations were made to the leadership of the National Assembly and delivered yesterday, Wednesday, June 9, 2021, in which the CNG made the following key demands from the Federal Parliament. 1. We demanded the immediate suspension of the ongoing exercise for the review of the 1999 Constitution and to concentrate on the first priority of determining who and what actually constitutes Nigeria as a nation in the present circumstance in which the Igbo, by taking up arms against the Nigerian state for the third time, have foreclosed every hope for the rest of us to continue coexisting with them as one nation.
Yeah.
2. In order to achieve the final separation of the Igbo from the rest of Nigeria, we demanded the National Assembly to organize a referendum by seeking the cover of the same doctrine of necessity invoked by Nigeria's federal parliament that paved way for former President Goodluck Jonathan's takeover by declaring the late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua unfit. Number 3, we demanded the National Assembly to prevail on the federal government of Nigeria to invite the United Nations as well as the African Union and ECOWAS to initiate the process of self-determination to mandate the Biafrans out of the Nigerian Union by leveraging on the several relevant international treaties and conventions to which Nigeria is a signatory. Grounds. CNG notes that, having failed to achieve the Igbo's nefarious objective by hijacking the NSAS agitations and inciting the violence and destruction that followed in its wake, long-practiced tactics are now being played out in the form of attacks against Northerners and against agents and symbols of the federal government of Nigeria in the southeast and parts of the south-south. The mindless violence and extremist terrorist actions perpetrated by IPOB and its followers in the southeast and the south-south have therefore made it impossible for us to remain indifferent or silent in the face of such extreme provocations and insistent drive towards civil strife in the country. Today, everyone can see that the diabolical scheme planned and exhibited in the actions and clamors of IPOB, supported morally and politically by the vast majority of the pliant and seed from Nigeria. All identified indigents, that is Igbos of the enclave or entity that called for secession, that is the southeast, must leave the territory of Nigeria and assemble in their designated enclave for the purpose of the exercise. The outcome of the referendum shall be final, irreversible, and shall not be reviewed or reconsidered for any other reasons. Citizens of the breakaway enclave shall be deprived of any automatic rights to return to the territory of the rump Nigeria or to be admitted to live in any of its parts.
Let me just stop this garbage because that's what we are saying. They're now telling us what to do and how you can take them. They have to leave Nigeria and leave because it is their property. That's what they are looking for. They think these people, the Fulani, they are the most degenerated bunch of brainless idiots that I have ever seen. How easy. Look at the way they're saying it. Oh, you're just talking nonsense. Absolute rubbish. Biafra is going to go. Biafra properties are going to be their properties, no matter what you do. Unfortunately, you can't stop it. It's international. The only person you can take his property is somebody who probably got it fraudulently and was not prepared for it. If you have documents to show that this is your property, they cannot take it. They can't. Nobody does that anywhere in the world. We all live in the United States of America. We have properties. I know friends that have retired, that have gone home a long time ago. Their property is still here. It still belongs to them. It does not mean anything. So this is just a bogus and flimsy and stupid threat. Anyway, who are talking? These are people, these are Janjaweed that are gathered together and talking. Your document you're submitting it to people who are lawyers even, who look at it and say, this one doesn't go. These are a bunch of idiots. It's not worth our time to even listen to this garbage because they've done it before. I remember when they gave Biafrans 3 months to leave. They are talking. They are so confused. They're talking Igbo, then they are talking IPOP, then they are talking Southeast. We are going with all of us are leaving. All of us, what was known as Eastern region. The people of the Biafrans are leaving. Whatever we do with ourselves is not your problem. You stay. The Janjaweed that is even talking, this person that is reading is probably a Fulani. You have no room. In Nigeria, there's no space for you. You are foreigners, you're going back to wherever you come from. And that is the way it's going to be, whether you like it or you don't like it. We are not interested in what you're reading. What you're reading is you're talking to yourself. In the end, Biafra will come. Anyway, to be honest with you also, what you're reading now, the way you guys are panicking is like you're so confused. That means the end is very, very closer than we can imagine. This is Radio Biafra. Let me give you room to make your calls, and so we can talk a little bit before we pack it up. The number is 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, +1 929-406-9953. You can also call me on Signal at 845-283-9665. This is Radio Biafra. Give us a call. The lines are open for us.
Supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra is Nnamdi Kanu. One cannot be two. Sunlight production. Show face on the microphone. Shalom Israel. Shalom Muchineke. We are getting there. It's a matter of time. Shalom. Bosom. You know me say I go say my right for you, Nigeria. Bosom. You know me say I don't know myself again. Yeah. The love I have for Biafra has taken over my heart. It's burning like fire. Biafra is my heart.
All right, I have a call coming in. Caller, good morning. Caller on straight line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Good morning, Dr. Iyke Peter.
Welcome to the program.
Daniel Timipere calling from Izon province here in the United States of Biafra.
Welcome to the program.
I love the wrap-up of your statement because it shows the quality of your doctorate degree. Thank you for a wonderful delivery of your message this morning. I just want to comment on the talk of that old man. Is an old man.
Yes.
A man talking about the John nation. The reason why I want to comment on it is to let those Biafrans who don't have a complete understanding of the message that man was trying to pass out when he said the John nation. You know, the talk of the John nation is not a talk of today. It has been. But I want all Biafrans to listen very carefully. The John nation this man is talking about is inside Biafra.
That's right.
All these people, they are afraid to mention the name Biafra. So you see.
Yeah, I get
because I want to enlighten our people a little bit. When you say John nation, if you move around the places where the Ijaw tribe in Biafra cover, you will see that there are other mixed tribes too, like the Soko, like the Orobo, the Shekiri. They are just in close rank. So how do you cut those people away when you want to say the Ijaw nation being a separate republic? You see that it's not possible. So to those who doesn't have the knowledge of what the man is really saying, it is the Ijaw nation inside Biafra. Just like there will be Igbo nation inside Biafra, Soko nation. Because that man was voted for about few weeks ago. If you call people, make research about the man, his deputy is working with us. There are things we don't like to talk about, and when necessity comes, just to clear the hair, we'll just bring it to the notice of the public. His deputy is a barrister. He's working, so we know what is going on. So they will not come out and mention Biafra. It's just their problem. And we know why they are doing that. Sometimes for safety purposes, because if you do, they may come after you. Yeah. They have arrested the job people over the issue of this Biafra. and we don't know. Some of them may come alive and some of them may go. It's part of the sacrifice. So there's need for caution.
Yes.
That is that. I don't want people to see other way around. Serious work is going on.
Thank you, sir.
That is just that.
Thank you.
Bless our leader, His Excellency Dr. We Nnamdi Kanu, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the United States of Biafra. God bless the United States of Biafra, and God bless you, Dr. Iyke, our able presenter.
Thank you, sir.
Since there is the United States of America, there will also be the United States of Biafra.
Yes, sir.
Since there is USA, there will be USP also. Too big.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Daniel. That was a good one. I actually understood the professor who was talking, to be honest with you. Just very good that you cleared it this way, because it's the same thing. We have Igbo nation inside, all of them are in Biafra. When you say nation, it's going to be incorporated. Biafra is a United States, United Nations of Biafra. So that's exactly what we're talking about. It does not. I understood him very, very well. Believe me, I did. All right, I have a call coming in on WhatsApp. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good morning from here, Mazi Nnamdi.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir. May Chukwu continue to bless you and your family. And secondly, happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Sir.
There well.
I greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Hamadike, one of Biafra, His Excellency, the Lion of the tribe of Biafra. This is Ozemena. Ozemena is from Umo Bome in Olu province, Biafran land. Mazi Ochi na atomo manakwa na agomo. Ochi na atomo, Ochi na atomo from this bandits from the Arewa Consultative Forum or the Arewa Northern Elders Forum. They call them bandits. Yes. Looking at that idiot splitting all over the places. He was the one in 2017 who said they are giving the Igbos quick notice.
Yes. After
giving Igbos quick notice, he was also the one who came out and denounced the quick notice. Now, secondly, they said they have wrote a letter to the National Assembly to suspend constitutional review and adopt referendum. They said they have read to all the international bodies and whatever they mentioned there. I don't even listen to their comment because they are just splitting everywhere. Now they have mentioned everything and mentioned international law. They mentioned international law there, but they did not remember that international law covers every property that any person have in every country. Right. No matter your tribe, no matter your religion, no matter whatever you are. That's right. These fools, these janjaweeds, they are just splitting all over the places. Now, let's go to the east. Our governors, the so-called governors, and the Ndenzuzi Beribe, Ohaneze, Ndara, and Ndoshi, they are the one on Saturday, they have a communique that they are not in support of any secessionist. Now, Mazi, it is very, very clear and obvious that these people have decided to die with the Fulanis. They have decided that they will never have a repentant heart in their life unless they die with the Fulanis. This is exactly what Nnayawodo said. Before you kill any Fulani man, you will come and kill me first. Mm-hmm. And now they are showing us that they are the one who brought this war in our land, not the Fulanis. They have made it clear to us that they are our worst enemies than the Fulanis. They have made it clear to us that they want to wipe us away, all of us. Now they have made it clear to us. It is very obvious that we have no other option than to defend our land with whatever we have. We're gonna defend our land with the last drop of our blood. And let me assure these people, this Mirianeji Gamala and Dogam Efiopo. Yes, right. Because this drum they are beating, they will dance and dance and dance to the tunes of Biafrans. All hail Biafrans. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. That's correct. They can, like I said, these people are not important. They are I don't really know why they are still putting their head into this thing, and that is because they are doing something that I cannot really understand or comprehend. I have a call on straight line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
There we
My name is Peter. I'm calling you from Biafra land.
There we
I'm very, very happy. What this bar is a reason makes me to laugh. Because them, the Northerners, they are now the lawyer, the magistrate, or may I call them judge, chief judge, and the prosecutor at the same time. They have shared the property and take the part of the part the law, that's their own part. I thank people for that. I greet all Biafrans all over the world, especially our family members, IPOB members. May people keep us. The remaining words as we are still alive, so that we can be alive and see Biafra.
Yes.
So that we can rejoice all together. May people keep you and their family, Mazi
There we
and all the principals. And I'm giving special greeting to our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Shortly, I don't even know how to start. The man is wonderful and it's too much. If it is me, for me, I will even say, let him keep silent. Let us watch this one, because this silence now, I think never talked to the radio for more than 2 weeks now. Because the zoo is shaking. I know that the zoo is shaking properly. So I thank you, and I'm giving, and I'm pleading to God Almighty, may people give you more wisdom, you people, more wisdom to come together and see another way to come out of this evil. Look at the way they are putting confusion among us. The other man is talking about freedom nation. The other one is talking about middle belt nation. This, that. Our brothers, for that matter, but it doesn't mean anything. It seems like when somebody puts soup or whatever on fire, when the time reaches to put it down to eat, that is when the soup is gone. Everybody will come together and eat. So I thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I'm very grateful.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you so very much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, +1-929-406-9953. That's the line for the principal officers and the ladies. And I have a call at 845-283-9665. That's on Signal. Call us. The lines are still very, very much open for you. Like my brother were discussing, talking about whatever they are reading out in the Arewa, Welsa, whatever. These people are now becoming confused. Check it out. IPOB is a terror to them. IPOB is like, that is Nnamdi Kanu's name or something. When you go to their back and say Nnamdi Kanu, all of them will faint and die, because this is a man that has stood up, one single person. Iyke destroyed this whole giant of so-called Nigeria. I have a call. Good morning. Call on straight line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Yes, Mazi. Good morning. My name is Mazi Nnamdi. I am calling from United States of America. Mazi, I reside here in Washington, D.C., but I am from Amibo in Olo, Amibo, home of the Tiger, and Amibo, home of King Jaja of Opobo. Mazi, thank you for all the good job you do for Biafra, and I thank God Almighty for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, Mazi, I heard what we've been saying, even what our brothers, the people that contributed, what they said. But the issue of the matter is, one, everybody should know the reason why we are agitating. We're not agitating because, we want Nigeria, we have problem with Nigeria. We are agitating because of our bad life, what is going on in our life. We are agitating because we have tried this experiment of Nigeria for how many years? More than 60 years after the creation of Nigeria. And there's nothing good that has come out of Nigeria. You cannot continue. You are doing one thing every day, and nothing is coming out of your life is not changing. Rather, your life is going down, and you continue on it. This is what we are not fighting anybody, but we are fighting the system that wants to subjugate us to continue to be the way we are, darkness, no employment, no common electricity that every other part of the world, they have electricity. Because electricity comes with industry. Electricity comes with investment. Common electricity is not in that land. And then you think that it is something that people that have sense, they're not thinking about it. Employment, you have all these children that graduated from the university. The children have done everything that we are told to them to do. If you do all this thing, everything will be good. Your mother just went and borrowed money. Your father borrowed money. You suffer all your years in the university. You come out, you don't have a job, and it is a good thing. It is on you. We are not talking about, look at hospital. No hospital, but all the people who are running you, whenever they are sick, then they will go outside the country to go and have, go and see a doctor. We are talking because you have the police who is supposed to protect you. The police that was just, your life was given in their hand, protect and maintain peace in your country. The police turn over to be extorting money from you and killing you and intimidating you. We are talking about the army that's supposed to maintain the territorial integrity of a country. That is outside, fighting outside people so that they will not invade your country. Then this army came in, and then what they're doing is also throwing bomb and killing your sons and your children, and then killing you and destroying you. We are talking about a government that's supposed to maintain the unity of the country, but they open up the border. And then they brought people that are not Nigerians. The Fulanis from Mauritania, Fulanis from Middle East, Fulani from Mali, Fulani from Niger. They brought them up in. When there is poverty, serious poverty in outside land, the Amajiri children, the Hausa children, no employment, nothing. And these people that were brought, they were brought in, and then they are killing the indigenous of the north, uprooting them. And these people are living in what they call the refugee camp. And then the people that come from outside the country, outside Nigeria, will come and occupy their land. Up to today, these people are still living. Their mother are killed, their father are killed, their sisters are raped. That is what we're talking about. We're talking about that we have to have sense to know that we cannot continue living the type of life we are living. And this is the reason why we are, if they are thinking that it is politics, it is nonsense. Because everybody that is the politicians, because they are getting in one way or the other, this is the reason why they are protecting their business. That is what you should understand. They are not working for a common Hausa child. They are not working for a common middle belt child that don't have any food to eat. They are not working for the common Yoruba or Oduduwa children that do not have a way of this, eating. They are not working even for Biafrans. Because Nigeria have made women to be widows. Nigeria have made children to be orphans. Nigeria have killed the head of the household of people. Up to today, how can you tell me that somebody in his right of sense will take a plane and go and be bombing people, throwing bombs, not knowing that if it is a child that is going to hit, not knowing if it is a woman that is going to be killed, not knowing this thing. And what are you asking for? You say the Fulanis, get out of the bush. We are farming, we are farmers. Get your number out. Even in Igbo land, let me tell you, where I come from, when your goat goes out to eat your neighbor's livestock, or just go over there and then destroy your farm. Believe me, it is an abomination. It is a very big problem in the society. It cannot happen. Talk less of leaving the Dama, the people that have just invested their money in order just to have their farm. You take your cow to go and destroy the cow, and then that is what we are talking about. So, my brother, let us know exactly where we are going, because the issue there is that either Nigeria is destroyed or you are dead. Nigeria is the only thing, the worst thing that happened to you. Don't go and blame it that it is the Satan or their grandfather or whatever that people did to you. Nigeria is that abomination. Nigeria is that craziness that happened to you. Until we destroy Nigeria and then from the way we're going to live and then be human being, then believe me, we are not going anywhere. So, Mazi, if you want to do anything and you are here in America, and you are hearing our voice every day, and we want you to contribute to see how we're going to make our land good. And then you are here and you are enjoying the fruit of our, civil rights, the fruit of our freedom. You are just have a job and enjoying yourself, with your children, and you're not thinking about what is going on in Nigeria or what is going on in Biafra land. You know that you are a very wicked person. So I am asking you, if you want to donate, go to our website, and that our website is www.ipob in USA.org/donate, www.ipob www.ipob in USA.org/donate. It's very simple. I am saying it. You don't have to have millions to donate. You can donate any little amount of money you can donate, because it will help us just to propagate this so that we will save the life of our children to come. Mazi, thank you and God bless you.
God bless you. All right. Thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra. Do not forget that we're still sponsoring our foundation, the Ikonso Foundation. You can make your donations. Make your donations. That's a foundation that we created for all the people that have lost their families, and we need to help in this struggle. We don't have to abandon them. Go to www.ipobinUSA/ and say donate. And then specify exactly what the money you are throwing in is for. For better cause, we are here to make sure that we don't abandon the families that have have been touched one way or the other in the struggle that we are coming into. I have a call on. Let me take this one. Caller on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, my patron, Iyke Peters.
Welcome to the program, sir.
Yeah, my brother, I had the buffoon telling us what the condition they are going to give us. The only thing I want us to be aware is these people might have drawn the type of referendum they want to let us have.
Yeah.
They may have planned it that immediately they flash it, they will rig it. That is just what I am thinking, because the way they are packaging it, coming forward and telling us and giving us, telling us how we are going to have it, is very, very suspicious.
The point is that, my brother, they don't have anything to say. They just talking. We know they are joking, because referendum is not something you come out and throw in a paper and tell. The world will conduct referendum.
Yes.
So it's not relevant. They are not important. They're just trying to take our eyes off the ball. We know where we're going.
Telling us who to contact to come and do it, and the way they are going to come and do it, and telling us what they want. These Fulanis, they reason from their anus, and they think it's going to be business as it has always been. I think they should know that time has come. They have, there is always that proverb in a place that they have stolen to the extent that the owner has now reason to know that they are actually stealing.
Yep.
They should stop fooling themselves. The game is up, and there is no need strangulating everybody, killing the outsiders in the secret, and coming out to make noise. And they should know that we are ready to go, and we are tired of all this. And for those of them that are in the southeast claiming to be governors and Ohaneze, whatever their names are, my plea is that they should actually watch their back. The Oha says no to whatever they are voicing out, and the power belongs to the Oha. It doesn't belong to them.
No.
The governors are just 5. I'm sure if there is referendum today, their wives and even their family members will vote yes for Biafra. Whatever garbage they are dishing out as their communique is only for their selfish interest to hide whatever they have been stealing all this period they were made governors. It's very painful that even in this very time and age, the Fulanis can still take fighter jets to Olo and be bombing innocent people. Olo has always been a very peaceful place. there is nothing that is criminal that stays in Olu for long, because the people of Olu will root you out. We don't harbor criminals. Don't mind that Hope Uzodinma we know is a criminal, he's a 419er. But I know at the land of Olu never permits him to stay in Olu to progress. He went out and he stole and only come in to be governor. We don't reverence criminals. We call you whom you are. And enough is enough. They should please stop these very atrocities they are committing in Olu. Before, I repeat, before they reap what they are sowing now, before it comes back to them, before it backfires, that no even liquid can put it off, because they are biting more than they can chew. This fight they are bringing down to Olu with Ohaneze, chairman or whatever they call him, Obinama, Ozodimba, whatever they are thinking, he is from Olu, and he is from the same place with the idiot that is the governor. This rain will beat them. That by the time they will look at their compound, they will not see anybody again, or even any structure standing. They will know that the people has risen. They are killing people now, and they think it is going to continue that way. They should watch it. It is getting too much. It is getting too much. Thank you very much, Iyke Peters, for your time and all the effort you are making to educate Biafrans.
Thank you, sir.
May you live longer. Even you will reign in Biafra, not just in Biafra. You will reign in Biafra.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
God bless you, sir. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. Let's see what time we've got now. All right, we'll still have time to take more calls at 646-920-4541. 845-344-7984 plus 19294069953. These people, like I said before, whatever they are saying, they're trying to take our eyes off the ball. It's not important. They are not the ones going to dictate for us what we're going to do. When the time comes, the appropriate quarters, the United Nations and the bigger countries of the world will come in and see what they're going to do, how the referendum is going to be conducted. Nobody's going to tell us how to conduct and where to go and where not to go. We're dealing with Alamajiris, and we cannot bring our level down to their own level. We are more intelligent, we are more intellectuals, we have people that really know what is happening in the world that are running out. So this is Radio Biafra. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Call on straight line.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
From here, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. My name is James. My name is Ndokachukwu James. Calling from Anyoma, but I'm here in Hong Kong. Calling from Hong Kong.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, thank you very, very much for the good work we have been doing, and I want to use this opportunity to greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Hamadike one of Biafra land. So I want to talk to our brother from Ijaw Nation, claiming they want to do Ijaw Nation. This is not time for Ijaw Nation, to my own understanding. This is not time for Ijaw Nation, for my own understanding. I believe that before we can, our leader have told us already that every nation will be on their own and control their resources. This is the time we need to join hands together to get our Biafra, not to agitating for Ijaw Nation on their own separate self. I think they are making a very wrong move. They have to step it down. When our Biafra come, our leader will share it. Everybody will know whose side it belongs to and whose side it belongs to. Not by now agitating. Only them cannot do it. Only the generation cannot do it. There's no way they can do it. Unless maybe all these our governors have paid them money to destabilize what we are doing. I think they have to retreat themselves back and caution themselves. No need to making a problem. We need our Biafra. That is only what we need. We need our Biafra, no matter what it takes. If it takes all of us to die, we die, but the Biafra must stand. That is exactly what we want.
Thank you.
This is automatically, that's exactly what we want. Either the Biafra or everybody, no, even ghosts can breathe in Biafra land. That's it. All of us will die, and then Nigeria will come to an end. So that the British will come back to living there. That is the ways
the Fulani want it. They want to hand over our land to the British. If that is the case, all of us will die. None of them will escape. None of them will escape. I wish I have the power to find where they are and their children. I'll do the social bombing and kill all of them away, because this thing is very painful. It's very painful, and our leaders, our governors, all of them are there moping, looking like fools. And these people are coming inside, going on, killing people, killing every day. They are killing human beings. And while their children is in abroad schooling and doing everything, and they are here killing people up and down, which is very, very wrong. Please, our leaders, anybody knows where their children are. I'm begging all the whole Biafrans. Anybody know where their children are schooling or do anything, should tell us, let us know. If anyone here in Hong Kong, you should send us their address. Let us go and look for them. We must have to kill one of them or their children so that they will know the pain other people are facing. Other people are facing pain when they will kill your brother, kill your sister, kill your husband, kill your wife. Other people are in pain. But they don't know. It doesn't concern them because they are living large. They have money. They have everything. They are living very, very large. So anybody, all the whole Biafrans all over the whole world, if you know anywhere their children are, we have to act and do one of them. Let's kill one of their children or one of their relatives so that they will have the pain other people are having. Other people are having the pain, the heat in their heart for losing their loved ones, so that they will have the same heat and pain in their heart, so that they will know if they can retreat themselves backward to know what they are doing, that what they are doing is wrong or is right. So please, Mazi, I don't have much to say. I'm so angry. I pray that God will guide you people as we are coming on air every day to enlighten us, to tell us what to do. That God Almighty in heaven will totally protect you and your family. In Jesus' name I pray.
You say, thank you very much. Thank you so much for calling Radio Biafra USA 2. This is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541. 845-344-7984. +1 929-406-9953. I'm also on Skype. I'm also on Signal. The Signal line is 845-283-9665. Name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi Peters. Good morning, Biafrans all over the world. My name is Iyke. I'm calling from Maryland.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, I want to encourage our brothers and our sisters, Biafrans, that we should still remain focused, because the salt we are putting in our soup is really going inside.
Yes.
They are feeling it, and that's why you see all this reaction. But the thing there now is that, let us just be frank, the problem is not external. The problem we have is internal. There are categories of people. It's not that if every born Biafran, anybody from the old Eastern region, comprises of all the ethnic groups in the old Eastern region want Biafra. They all want, even all these politicians, all these governors, you see, they are waiting. Once the time comes, okay, let us now do referendum. Now they have seen that, man, we are very close to that too. All of them will rush. Now they are rushing back to all the criminal politicians. Everybody's decamping to APC. That's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
They are waiting for this food to get done. Then you see all of them confessing, because they know that we are children of God. To accept apologies is very easy. Hey, please, we are sorry. We are That's exactly what they want to do. But where I want to go into this morning, just few minutes, is, you see these northern groups coming up.
Yes.
If you track their statement, whenever they come up to make a statement, a politician from Igbo land or Biafra land, now they know that the whole Biafra are united.
Yeah.
You see the like of Rochas, and many of them from they say Ejo and whatever. They come to back up bit by bit of what they say. Means that they are plotting with these guys. We shouldn't lose focus. What we are doing is going in This forget about all these their threat, property and whatever. No. We are bigger than those things they are thinking of, and the world has gone beyond that. They can't determine how people live. As you rightly said, let us remain focused because God Himself has already planned this. Frankly speaking, what is happening on, as I told you, I have many friends from the north. In fact, one of them called me yesterday and he was crying. I said, why are you crying? You see, the problem they have, frankly speaking, it's not that they don't want Biafra, everybody to go, but if Biafra leaves Nigeria, they are gone. They will suffer because their politicians have sold them to these Fulanis. That is why it looks like most of them are still anchoring in one Nigeria. But if this referendum should come in a way that all the ethnic groups in Nigeria will have a representation to determine at once, look at what, in fact, when the young man was talking to me and he was crying, and the family it was like a conference call. So we should know that what we are doing is good. Let us still remain focused. Don't be reactionary. When you meet them on Facebook, educate them. When you meet anywhere, there are Mayagu will call them Facebook bandits. When you meet those Facebook bandits, educate them. Tell them that it is because of the what they are getting from Nigeria. That's why they are thinking this way. Once that feeding bottle is taken off from them, now they will join the rest. Even cry, they will even fight more than we are doing now. That's what I want to tell us, that what we are doing is going in. Congratulations, all Biafrans. Yes. Congratulations, Oduduwa. Congratulations, Middlebelt. Come out very, very steadfast. We are winning. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you. That was very encouraging. I know what you're saying makes sense, and each time they talk, like I said, their aim is to take our eyes off the ball. We are rolling. We keep rolling on. They will come up. Tomorrow they're going to come up with another one. Don't worry about it. It's not over yet. The community will always come up. The next day they sit down, they are worried, they're sick to their stomach. They don't know what we are going to do to this Nnamdi Kanu and his people. This man has really, really, really single-handedly, focusedly destroyed what we call the zoo. But he told you from the beginning that the time I finish with you, Somalia will be a paradise. He said it. Over, not one time, not two times. He's still saying it every day. There is nothing you're gonna do about it. He was dedicated for the job, dedicated to something that he's doing, and God is the ultimate. He worships the true God that has given him instruction on what he's going to do. Whether you want to believe it, you don't want to believe it, it does not change anything. Somebody once said that the world was round and they crucified him. They did this to him. They did all that. But you know something? The world didn't become square because of this belief. The world remained round. So which is the same thing. Whether you want to accept what Nnamdi Kanu is doing or not, it doesn't make any difference. The only thing is whatever you're doing, most of you people are just distracting, trying to distract us, trying to make us, lose focus on what we are doing. No, our focus is Biafra, and Biafra is what we're going to get. When anybody can come up and say, somebody in Oro can say Oro Nation, somebody in Iyke can say Iyke Nation, it does not mean anything. Those things don't mean anything because even if they leave you, you cannot get what you want. Obviously, you don't even have the power. It's like distraction, like I said. When we get Biafra, you can decide on what you want to do. There'll be nations. They'll be created under ethnic lines. You make your own government. You take care of your resources. If they leave you to go and struggle about it yourself, you are wasting your time. They will swallow you like chicken. That's what they have been doing. They've been bastardizing Ogoni land. Ken Sarawiwa came up. If Ken was saying, you know something, we are joining Biafra, they will not be able to do anything to you. I am telling you the truth. But they wanted to do it on their own. They just waved you with the back of the hand. They just slaughtered all of you, and that was the end of that struggle. So anybody who is coming out and saying you join the show, it's okay. When you get the land first, ground where you go put your mat, sleep on them, look at talking for broken, make we understand how well. You say they go buy mat where you go take sleep. Where the land, where the ground where you go take, where you go take put the mat. You go get the ground first. Like my friend Akbola used to be on the Funkies. One night we finished a show and we're going, and somebody was like, Akbola took somebody to his house, and his friend, the person that he was taking to his house, saw another friend and said, I'm going to sleep in Akbola's house. And then the friend said, I make her follow you. He said, yeah, follow me. Akbola just look at her and said, look at his monkey never see rope tie himself, they tie somebody else. You are not even sure what you're going to land. You are bringing your friend. That's exactly what we're saying. Get Biafra first. When you get Biafra, then you can decide on what you want to do. If you go out there to try to struggle, it's a distraction. Please don't distract us. We're doing what we're doing. Anyway, like I said before, I know our leader is very, very focused. There's nothing you can do to change that man. He's always said it from the beginning. You either give me Biafra or we all die. People say we don't like it when it talks like that. What other way is he going to talk? What any other way that you think he can talk for to make the people listen? There's nothing anybody can do. He is our leader. The way he is doing it, you might not like his style, but you know something? It's yielding results. We are Biafrans. Call us. The line is still open for you. It's 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, +1 929-406-9953. All right, I have a call coming in on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Mazi Nnamdi.
There you
are. Good afternoon. This is Frank calling from Yenegua.
Okay, Frank, welcome to the program.
Frank, thank you very much. Frank hails from Kenya is in Kana local government area of Ogoni province of Biafra nation.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Mazi, I want to hail His Royal Majesty Ohamadike. Ana mekele handewo sa imela.
Yes.
Then in my language I say Mama Nnamdi Kanu. Mama, for everything you have been doing for us. In fact, you are too much. By the way, what makes me call this afternoon is what you just pointed at this afternoon concerning Kensaro and Ogoni people.
Yes.
You see, if the Jaw people will not learn from what happened to the Ogonis, then they are bound to make another mistakes again. Because, you see, now, let me tell you, Mossop, after Kensaro was dead, has been divided to 5 pieces by the same Fulani people.
Mm-hmm.
After they have lured them into breathtaking. And that is the same way the IYC is going to be, the joy is going to be if they don't take their time. They should drop the just struggle first. Drop Niger Delta or whatsoever first. Let us fight these monsters once and for all before we look for the next thing. So that is the only thing that makes me call this very afternoon. I want to draw their ear. They should learn from what happened to the Ogonis. We, the Ogonis, I'm from Ogoni. They should learn from what happened before they will enter another Red Sea. Because these Fulani, they are very good in playing tricks. They will lure you by bribing, and the moment you get into it, you are finished. So, please.
Thank you.
I want to say kudos to the ESN. I salute them wherever they are. I give them 3 bosa. They should continue. We are with them.
Yes.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Thank you very
God
much.
bless.
Thank you so much. This is exactly what I'm trying to say. When Asen Azota, Anna, don't start looking for mat before you buy the ground. So what you are saying in a nutshell is that you can't make it on your own. Stop fooling yourself. Ken tried. Ken did try. Especially at the time he did it. It was during the military. If he had the boldness to do it at that time, if he had come up, Iyke, when you are many of you like that, somebody was like, why don't they attack the crowd that is protesting in Yoruba land, that when our people, when they see the crowd, they run. What they try to do is like the tiger. When you watch the animal kingdom, the safari, in Discovery channels and you're watching it, you watch when the animals are moving in large quantity. The lion is trying to catch something, to catch a prey. But the only one he catches is the one that strays and leaves the crowd. Any of them that just branches out of the crowd, it becomes a target. But when there are so many, they are afraid to attack. It's the same thing with the so-called Nigerian army. They make sure that they break you up, they take you out. The Ken Saro-Wiwa, he was tried within 2-3 days, 1 week, he was already dead. People were traveling up and down to make sure, to see if they would pardon him. Sani Abacha didn't waste any time, just kill this guy because pressure might make me leave him. So he just took him out. Today, some people are still going to make the same mistake. Who gave you the power, the audacity to think you can challenge them without being in a group? If you are not in a group, you are wasting your time. You can't do it on your own. It's impossible. This is pure common sense. You don't need to be a rocket scientist. When you don't get what they want, now you can decide on what you want. Within Biafra, that's why we say United States of Biafra or United Nations of Biafra, honestly. Whatever you call it, the nations come in there first. Protect your boundary. Have a simple army that will protect you guys. And then you'll be able to get what you want. Resource control. Every state in Biafra, every region in Biafra has a controlled resource. Nobody is no. We are blessed. There are too many. Even those who don't have minerals and everything, they have brain. Your brain, the way you think. It's all, you think resource control is only when you can dig oil or gold in them. No. Bill Gates, that is one of the richest that we knew in those days. What was he using? His brain. That's what he's thinking. All of us are clamoring on computers. He didn't dig it from the ground. He never went to the mine where they mine computer and start bring them. No. He sat down with his brain and wrote the programs. And all of us are clamoring about it. So it's only lazy people that think that resource control, because the Fulanis are very lazy. They think that oil is the only thing. I even read one that was saying that the groundnut oil that they are so stupid and idiotic. That the development of Nigeria before even the material they use in digging the oil was from the groundnut oil that they were selling from pyramid. These people they are no brain at all. Are they the only people selling cow in this world? Go to South America. All this corned beef that you hear, beef is cow, nama. Somebody is developing it and putting it and living with it as a resources, as something that will help. No, it's not in them. I don't know. God help us. Because we have to deal with this kind of garbage. They are not thinking. Look at what they are thinking. Oh, the oil that, it was the groundnut oil money that Nigeria was selling that was sustaining Nigeria. And that's what gave them the resources to go and dig. You're talking about oil. What about your brain? What about Oburu Isigi? What of your natural resources? Something that God has given you. You don't think. You don't even try to do anything. All you're thinking about is the gold, the oil. Let us go and dig the oil and sell the oil and share the money. And that's it. That's why the country is the way it is. Poverty is ravaging all of you. You dig the oil, you get the money. You don't even train your children and send them to school. You let them be parading the street. These are future. The people that are supposed to hold the nation, be the light of the nation. They are not there. All of them are in the street. All you do at 9 years old, you give him a bunch of cows, about 50 cows, to walk from Sokoto to Maiduguri with his leg. Or you take him the highest you can do, put them in a trailer and drop them somewhere, and from there they start ravaging people's crops and farms and everything. And these are children. All of you should be in prison, I'm telling you honestly. When you come here, I'm looking at it. I saw something on Facebook yesterday. Somebody threw in something. His grandchildren came to visit, and all of them were sitting in a long couch. Each of them has a computer or has a phone, or either a cell phone or a laptop, something in their hand, and they were up, doing this. And I'm now thinking, these same children will grow up and spend the whole world with the Alamajiri child who is running a cow at 8 years, who is by 6 years already learned how to carry a stick behind his neck and following the cow. The world of technology, the world is growing, and you just hold these children down. And we are trying to help you by saying, break this country down so people will know what they can do. No. You're crying about oil. When you break it down, the oil, we're going to seize your property. If they leave those properties for you, you're not going to do nothing with them. They will lapidate because you won't know how to manage them. The idiot that you are, you can't even live there yourself. And who will rent the place when you cannot even take care of it? Your brain power is the biggest power that you have. Your brain. I know that these people are my own people, especially when it comes to Biafra land. You see families. You see a mother who is not even educated, making sure that her child goes to school. She will walk every morning. I remember my mom. My mom wasn't educated. My father was, yes. But my mother. But you know something? Education for my mother meant so much. Our father, civil servant, he comes to work, brings his newspapers home, reads the papers, and once in a while. But Mama will make sure that you go to school. Believe me, sister, she doesn't joke. She will walk me to school. And when the school is over and she doesn't see me at a certain time, she's coming to find who is it. I'm not talking about my mother alone. I saw thousands of mothers that kept doing this. I'm telling you, these are not women that were educated, but for them, there was something behind this education. For them, it was a pride to have a son, Mama Doya, Mama Doctor. It was something. It was a big thing for them. But not the Alamajiri. You have to have the Mama Kaurera. These children are just left to degenerate. And nobody cares. And they think that they want to push it over to our end. No, it's not going to work. It is not going to work because we're not going to let it happen. So I don't want anybody coming out there to claim I'm Urobo nation, I am Ijon nation, I am Ogoni nation. Those things don't mean anything. Those things are just meaningless words. I'm telling you the truth. It's not going to help you. Get yourself out of these people, and the only way you can get out of them is by being together as a crowd. Iyke, that's all. That's the way we say it in Igbo language. The crowd, the power of the power of togetherness. Then within yourself, even it happens in families. It happens in twins. You know, I used to have one twin in my school in those days, 2 boys, and they're always quarreling with themselves. But if they have a problem and you go there to interfere, 2 of them will come together and knock you out and then go back to their quarrel. That's the way it is. If you get together, get your Biafra, you can create whatever nation you want. Maybe I can have a new nation. if that is if that word nation means a lot to you guys, because you're not making any sense. Professors will sit down, all of a sudden they forget everything about their, like I said before, knowledge is not really a book. Honestly, there are different kinds of knowledges. When you have that knowledge, there's nothing you can do. Nnamdi Kanu is not the most educated man in the world, but he has a lot of things coming out of his brain. That is why we're able to follow him. That's why we're able to understand him. Even though somebody told my story, I told somebody a story about how I met late Prophet TB Joshua, and the person made it his own story. So I don't want to talk about the story anymore. The truth is that in a nutshell, I went there, somebody took me there, somebody forced me to follow him, a friend who was getting married. And I went, that was in the 1997, 98. And I wasn't happy with my friend for taking me there because the man himself was not speaking good English. He came out, his hair was unkempt, he had this kind of funny beards and everything. But lo and behold, when I sat down there in 5 to 10 minutes, I said to my friend, wow, this guy is very knowledgeable. He's not educated. In my standard, I wasn't looking at him as an educated person because his grammar wasn't going well. But he had so much knowledge. His own interpretation and the rendition of... there was nothing about him that would make me think. If he was a professor, maybe a professor in one of the universities, I would simply walk out because what he was saying is something that I have read in higher books. But this man didn't look educated. So his knowledge must have been coming from somewhere. He has a brain. That's what I was trying to say. He wasn't trying to copy anybody. He was trying to be himself. So all these professors, they go there, they sit down, they make noise, they want to lead their community because they have sent him to school. He is somebody they are looking up to, that he has a lot of knowledge. He doesn't though. He does not. I'm telling you. I sit in village communities and I see people that sit down there. The people that really have the real knowledge, they are not even very educated. But you know something? At the time they want to pick people that will represent the village, they don't pick them. They go pick the ones that they think because he has a PhD, he has his that. Complete idiot. He goes there, messes everybody up. This is exactly what is going on. Ijaw nation is good. Urobo nation is good. Igbo nation is good. All of nations, they were saying, let us get our government. When we sit down, our leader has said it before. He even said your constitution will be written in your own language. What other way is he going to put it? What other way is he going to put that? They will, because this is Oyibo, you will lie with English language because we don't even understand the English language. When we write it, we think that that's what it means. A smart lawyer will come in and say, hey, look at this, look at that. But when they write it in your language, the mothers, the mama in the village, the small boy in the village, the chief in the village, they will all understand what they have written. Not bringing a parable like the Bible that we're trying to doing everything to make sure that it makes sense, because that's what is happening. That's why you have all these versions, this version, that. Why do you have to have so many versions? Somebody has written something already. You are creating a version because you are trying to interpret what somebody has written. You want to make it make sense to you without thinking that the person that wrote it meant something. Try to think and try to figure out what the person was trying to say. Don't try to change it, because if you change it, it's going to mean something else. What we are saying is that Biafra is our goal. And nobody, I'm saying absolutely nobody can make us change that. Anybody that is trying to say whatever they're trying to say, it's all they are trying to make us lose focus. We're going to stay with Biafra. Biafra is what we get when we get our nation. We can now decide. Our leader have told us Biafra is going to be unique, and I see it. If anybody else doesn't see what I see, well, I'm sorry. I cannot force you to see it, but when the time comes, you will eventually understand that what we are talking and what Nnamdi Kanu has been saying has been the truth and nothing but the truth. You see, this is a journey that we are making. It's like we're going to, you know all these one chance bus. Anywhere where they go, they pick up people. We are like a one chance bus. So anytime you join us, that's when you start your journey. There are people that have been on this journey from the beginning. Maybe somebody's going from Calabar to Lagos, and as soon as you get to Uyo, some people will join the bus. You keep moving, you get to Aba, some people will join. That's how the bus will move until it gets to Lagos. But we'll all get to Lagos. That's the point. What I'm trying to say in a nutshell is that this journey has been started by people even before we came in, before we heard about it. Well, that was our own time, and then we joined. If you do not want to join it at this time, that's your problem. But do not try to join it because you want to change what we are doing. No, we have a roadmap. And roadmap is what our leader is following. If you don't like the roadmap, it's a free world. You can go out there, draw your own roadmap, create your own organization, get your own people to follow you. That's how easy and how sweet it is. Because me, I'm not sabi cook, so that's why I like to eat cooked food. When my wife prepares the food, I like to eat it because I don't know how to prepare it. So she has the roadmap. My job there is just to chop the food. So it's the same thing with the journey. Our journey to where we are going, there are people that have been there. There are people that was there before we came. And we don't come in here because we want to change it. All we can do is to help make sure that we grease or we push the car or we add fuel to what we are doing so we can get to our destination. I don't want to go in there and just telling you that instead of going straight to where you're going, you should divert there. No, that's hypocrisy. That doesn't make sense. As you know, so you have to join, be here with us. You are welcome anytime you join. This is Radio Biafra. Don't forget, Biafra to us is our religion. Biafra to us is what our religion. And Radio Biafra here, as I'm speaking to you right now, is where we worship. I've come to the end of today's program. We're making room for Mazi Nnamdi who's coming in. But please stay tuned. Don't go away.